पेज पे आएंगे जिसमें आप बिज़नेस शुरू कर सकते हैं। उसके लिए मैं अपने नेशनल सेक्रेटरी सनअत तिजारत मोहम्मद अहमद चौधरी साहब को बुलाऊंगा एंड ही विल टॉक अबाउट हाउ टू स्टार्ट अ बिज़नेस।
Assalamu alaikum. So, we only have a half hour, and I'm hoping everyone here will walk away with having started a business. How many of you actually have a business? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many of you are aspiring to start a business? 2. I'm going to try to weave it in as well. So, as a Department of Sanat al-Tijarat, we have 3 focus areas. The number one, and clearly number one, is assisting or persuading individuals to start a business. Number 2 is around intra-Ahmadi commerce. How do we do business with each other better? I know there's a lot of objections and questions about that. And number 3 is no matter where we work, whether if we have a business or we don't have a business and we work for someone, that as Ahmadi, we act with integrity in our business dealings. So with that, before we go, if you can all pull out your devices, we're going to ask you to do 3 things real quick, and then we're going to do a really fun exercise. So let me get this out of the way. First is I would like to ask you to take the QR code and join the Sanat al-Tijarat LinkedIn page. Here is the place where you will get continual feedback, information, and network with Ahmadi-only group. If you're not a part of this group, please join. There's a lot of benefits to it. If you're not on LinkedIn, please talk to Iftikhar Ahmed Sahib and he will make sure you are before we leave. ठीक है? Second thing is I'll ask Naib Amir Saab, Wasim Malik Saab to come up. Naib Amir Saab is also ahead, the chairman of the Jamaat's IT department, and there is a portal that he's going to talk to you about, and we're going to ask you to download that too. Naib Amir Saab.
You have mobile phones, and in the App Store, you type in member 360, the full word member 360, and you will see there at the top that says member 360. Download that on your mobile device. And everything else will be piece of cake.
Once you've downloaded that, there's a button on there that says industry. That is a Sanat al-Tijarat page. And over there, one of the large questions we had was around having a business directory of Ahmadis. So you can load not only your information and your profession on that page, under the page industry, but you can upload your business there as well. We will not publish this information publicly without your knowledge. The idea here is back to how do we do business with each other? If you live on the East Coast and you don't have an Ahmadi dentist, an Ahmadi doctor, and I hope you don't need an Ahmadi infectious disease doctor, but there is one in the room, Nasser Ahmed Saib, please think about doing intra-Ahmadi commerce as we work within. We will also, and we can help people and direct people as we get requests. If you work in a large corporation and you want to be able to sell, or you can assist people in getting contracts there, we would like you to do that too. For that, I'll ask Anas Chaudhry Saab to come up and share a little bit about how that works, because we really want you to do, again, intra-Ahmadi commerce. Anas Chaudhry Saab is the Sanat al-Tijarat Secretary of Los Angeles, as well as a senior executive at Edwards Life Sciences. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay, please. please share how do we get contracts in big businesses and how do you get hire Ahmadis?
So over the last 20 years or so, I've been privileged enough to be able to help a lot of our Ahmadi brothers and sisters actually get contracts and jobs. Typically at big companies, it is much easier to land a contract role than a permanent role. And that has been the method and route that I've used quite a bit because what it does is actually gets your foot in the door. You can create, your presence, your brand. If you're delivering and performing, you are usually the perfect candidate for that. In terms of getting business contracts with large companies, it is extremely important to network internally. So I've been fortunate enough to help a couple of our MBA brothers get some contracts with networks as well. And really what you have to understand is what is the process. Every company has a very different process. We think we can send mailers or cold call. Typically those get filtered out or rejected. The best thing you can do is actually get in touch with somebody internally. For me personally as an executive, I will give anybody an opportunity where I see that they are continuous, relentless, they're showing something of value as opposed to just trying to sell. So, but I'm happy to connect with anybody who wants to understand more given the interest of time.
Okay. Now we're going to transition to how many of you have a business idea that you've thought about? Come on. No one? What's your business idea?
It's kind of like
It's got to be 15 seconds.
trying to start business on Amazon, eBay, and
Okay.
Shopify.
Okay, e-commerce, Amazon. You got helpers here in the room. Who else has a business idea? Please.
So I'm working as a drug safety physician. So based on my experience, I know that there are teams are working in India, which I can use, or that even MD people can I use and get the services from the big pharma.
Deal. Okay. Please.
Actually, I'm doing a business. I'm a CPA and EA, which is enrolled agent, and I'm doing tax and accounting, but
Okay.
not at a large scale.
Okay, and you want to scale that. You want to scale it. Okay, yes.
Yeah, I have idea of generating leads for the service industry
Generating leads for the service industry.
and outsource doing selling to the local companies.
Outsource selling to the local companies. Great idea. You should talk to Idris Munir Saab as well. Who else? Any other ideas in the room? That's it? Any other ideas in the room? Come. It was a CPA and scaling a business that tax and CPA business. He has a similar business as well. You should collaborate. Daud Munir Saab is the more handsome brother of Idris Munir Saab. Anyone else, please? Yes. Munawar Chaudhry Saab? Wireless charging for the EVs, a business that provides wireless charging stations for EVs. Okay. Iskar Khan Saab, you've forgotten more ideas than I have. Please share one of your ideas. No? You're good? Anyone else? No one else has a business idea they want to start? Okay. उर्दू में बात करें और पंजाबी
ऑटो टेक्नीशियन हूँ 2.5 years before यहाँ पे आया हूँ और यहाँ पे मैंने जॉब शुरू की है एज ए टेक्नीशियन और मैं चाहता हूँ कि मैं अपना गैराज शुरू करूँ
अच्छा आप ऑटो टेक्नीशियन हैं और आप चाहते हैं कि अपना गैराज शुरू करें ठीक है Those of you who haven't spoken, would you like to start a business? Raise your hand if you haven't spoken and you would like an idea that you can leverage to start a business. Raise your hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The rest of you, you're probably in the wrong session. So we want to encourage you to start businesses, scale your businesses, or think about businesses. Earlier, there was an AI session as well. This is the fun part now, and then we'll come back to more here in a second. Tariq Saab, who was the former Sadr Khudam al Ahmadiyya Canada and is currently in the Chicago Jamaat, is going to help us figure out how do we use ChatGPT to think about what business we should start, how do we come up with a business plan, and how do we roll it out. I promised the world, now you've got to fulfill it.
All right, I'll try and let's see if I can connect.
There you go.
Okay, it's working. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So, Jazakallah khair, sir. In terms of starting a new business, the very first thing that should come to your mind is why you want to do it. What makes you so special to do that particular business? Number one, do you have a skill set which will help you outperform the competition? Is there a product in your mind which actually is substantially differentiated from what else is selling in the market? And then how are you going to improve the cost of the solution, service, or the product that you want to sell? So first think of the idea that you want to actually promote and you want to sell in the market, and then strategize. What that means is do some marketing analysis upfront. And the best way to do marketing analysis is to go to Google, for example. Remember this word, it's called Google Keyword Planner. 3 words, Google Keyword Planner. That, once you go there, and I'm going to try to share my screen here so you can actually see it very quickly before we walk into the AI side of things. This particular tool allows you to put in the keywords that you are looking for and the location where you want to serve. And then it will tell you how many people are looking on the internet for that service in that particular area. So the very first thing you need to be super clear on is there a demand for what you want to sell and how competitive the market landscape is.
Can we do a real test on this?
Yes.
What city are you in? आप कौन से शहर हैं? Rochester में हम auto mechanic garage shop पे देख सकते हैं.
Yeah, so let's try that. Hopefully the screen is not too small, but we go to Google Keyword Planner right here. This tool is free of charge, by the way. You don't have to pay for it. As long as you have a Google account, you can use it. Click on Discover New Keywords, and over here you can actually type in the keywords that you're interested in. And what's the keyword?
Rochester, an auto mechanic garage. Rochester, New York.
Okay. Garage. So very first thing I would do is to go to GPT first and find out what are all the related keywords to that particular business that you're looking for. So I'm just opening a GPT session here, GPT-5 session. Let's start a new chat. I would like to get related keywords to a business, and then let's put in auto mechanic garage, and it's going to spit out a few keywords. Let's take a look what it gives us, a bunch of them. People normally search for these keywords. Let's actually put some of these, copy them over into the keyword planner and see what it comes up with. And there we go. We're doing a search right now. Let me see if I can reduce the screen size. What it's telling us is that it's a highly, highly competitive area. Auto repair shop gets searched about 1 million times a month. And
is this in the US or in Rochester, New York?
It's in the US right now, but we can change the location. Actually, there is a filter for location. I don't know if I'm there right now, but it says United States, and we can enter Rochester, New York here and save that location so it can actually improvise. So basically it's still giving me roughly the same numbers, but perhaps my filters are not set up right. But once you set up your filters right, it's going to tell you that, for example, car mechanics near me is about 100K searches a month. Year over year change, how popular is that? Is that picking up or is trending down? And once you establish your business, if you were to go market it out, how much it's going to cost you? It actually gives you that estimate. And these costs on the right tell you that if you were to ask Google to advertise your business, how much money they will charge you. So roughly for every single click that a user makes on the advertisement. In this case, you'll be paying an average of $2 and $6, which is around $4 per click. So let's say 100 people come to your website to get that service, you are looking at around $400 a month, which is not too bad. And if there is only 10% that convert out of those 100, that's 10 customers a month. So you can do your math accordingly. You can also ask GPT to help you get onboarded with it. So number one starting point, think of a business idea that makes you stand out and it is related to your own skill set. Don't just go blindly because somebody else is doing it. Ask yourself, why me and why this business and what makes me stand out. Go to the keyword planner, find out how competitive is that. Is there even a demand in the market? How much is it going to cost me to advertise it? So in the short term, you're not going to get organic searches or organic ways of people coming to you. You'll have to do something special like advertise. And advertisement costs are well estimated through this. So this is just the starting point. We can go to the
Yes,
AI.
let's go to the next step here. So everyone can do this on their own. Like Faisal said, it's a free tool. You can do it for CPA. You can do it for any of the business ideas that you have. Now let's help me start a business.
Sure. The very first thing you should do is that if you do not have a GPT-5 subscription, I highly recommend. It's only $20 a month or something like that, but it's well worth the money you pay for. It's about 100 times more powerful than GPT-4, which is free. So I would recommend you get it. Once you're there, you can just describe what is it that I like to do. For example, you can say, I would like to start, we're going to this time pick another example, it's plumbing business. Plumbing business, and give me a business plan and perhaps starting points for the business. You can even specify where you want to do it. And let's see what it comes back with. It's actually going to generate a comprehensive business plan for you. Go through it word by word. Just because you asked the question and you got the answer, do not undervalue that. Read it through and find out what is it. It's telling you about initial goals. For example, you have to have registration, licenses, and insurance. And what else you need to do? You have to build a team, actually. That's what's necessary. You need to acquire initial contracts and so on and so forth. So let's assume that you are able to review all of this information step by step and you're able to create that, then you can build on it. However, at the moment you're not ready. It's just a sketch of the marketing plan for you. Very first thing you need to do in the market where you are based, you need to find out who else is competing with you, who's running a similar business. The moment you have identified your competitor, you are almost done 50 to 60% of the work. Why? Because now you can almost imitate what they are doing. What customers are they selling to? What kind of keywords are they using on their website? How popular are they? What is the foot traffic in their area? What people are saying about their reviews? What are their weak points? What are their strong points? And the moment you start reviewing what people are writing about them, now you know where to address, where to hit. Let's say, oh, I've been always there and they're super busy, it's so crowded, I don't like the customer service. You immediately know that what you need to do. You need to improve on those points because that's what customers are not liking about them. Or if you see that customers are really liking them, that they're really wonderful, the costs are really good, now you also need to do that. I have to beat them a little bit on the cost, but then forget about the cost. I need to cover the weaknesses, and then I have to stand myself out by offering something additional so customers are happy. So that would be a starting point. But good news is you can actually, once you specify the competitor, you can ask GPT, provide me a list of competitors.
Can you do that in a geography? Okay, Rochester.
Rochester, and we're going to do that. New York area. So let's see. If we're asking that question, what it comes back with, it's actually giving us a bunch of competitors like Pride Plumbing Services Inc., and there's a reference to it. These are not like just some random hallucinated words. Now they have started including references, and you can specifically request references as well. Once it gives you all of these, you can now ask the right question that you should.
tell me what are some of the strengths and weaknesses of these businesses in a tabulated format. So give me strengths and weaknesses of these businesses in a tabulated format.
What does a tabulated format mean?
Yes, it means give everything back to me in a table. So it's nicely documented in a column format, so I know here's the feature, here's the strength, here's the weakness, so I can determine my strategy on what they are doing. So see how first we identified a business which is suitable, then we picked a competitor, then we went and made sure that the demand is there on the Google Keyword Planner. And once we had all of that homework done in a few minutes time, we can go straight to the GPT and ask it to generate a business plan for us. We went through the business plan quickly to understand how the financials will work. What are the inputs? What are the outputs? What's the high level strategy? Next, we wanted to analyze our competitor and we want to see that what are their weaknesses, what are their strengths, so we can actually make our strategy better. So let's put that prompt in and see what it comes back with. This time around, it's going to start analyzing each one of them. In many cases, it will go through their website, read the website, then work out the strategies. It can also read their reviews and ratings for you. So it can come back, and if it doesn't, you can go to that page and copy the link and give it to it and say, read all of these reviews for me and tell me what are the weaknesses. In this case, for example, it says that the Pride Plumbing is very strong customer satisfaction. Many 5-star reviews are praising their professionalism. So you already know that this is a highly competitive zone. They're setting the bar very high. Maybe this is just not the right thing to do. Similarly, there are some weaknesses. There are complaints for price and costs, and you can look at those weaknesses. So at this time, I think since we're kind of running short on time, I don't want to just keep going. I want to make sure that you're digesting the information, and if you can take home this thing with you, number one, find out why you want to do that business, what makes you stand out. 3 things. It needs to be cost effective, it needs to be better than the current businesses, and it needs to be faster as well from a time perspective. If you can offer any of this, faster, better, cheaper services, it will sell. Next, validate the demand. Next, find out the competitors. Go to the GPT, ask it to do the analysis for you, get detailed analysis done, take your time and read through those analysis, make your strategy, and now you're ready to move forward to the next steps.
Jazakallah, please stay there. We have 3 minutes left. We're going to share a couple more things, and then afterwards, everyone will be available until Amar Bhai kicks us out. So here's the starting of a process. Each of you can do and go through this process. And you can put together a business plan, and we will help share it. I'd like to ask all the Senate of Tijarat secretaries from around the country to please stand up, just so you know who they are. Anas Chaudhry Sahab. These are all the Senate of Tijarat secretaries. Well, there's 5 of us, 6 of us here. Please meet with them in your area. They will help you move the information forward. Please have a seat. If you work in financial services, please stand up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Ifkhar, Amsab, Shamim Saib, 4 people. Jazakallah. If you work in a service industry, plumbing, electrical, anything service oriented, please stand up. Kurambai, 3 people. Okay. If you work in corporate America, please stand up. Four 5 individuals. Okay. What we'd like to do in the next few minutes is for you to meet someone you don't know here to talk about your business. If you work in medicine, if you work in medicine, please stand up. And Nasser Bhai is the additional finance secretary for the Jamaat as well. And we have more people in medicine, 3 people in medicine, I apologize. Because we're out of time, we have someone doing PhD level research. They're going to take 30 seconds to explain it, and then we're going to keep moving.
Do we have any management consultants in the room? Okay. Well, hopefully you will be one right here. Great. So I'm conducting a research study at the George Washington University, specifically for Muslim management consultants. So the research question is how Muslim management consultants navigate tensions between their religious identity and being authentic in the workplace. Though I've had quite a few interviews so far, so I'm looking to get some more folks that can participate in the interviews. Essentially, it's 2 interviews. One is a little over an hour, and one's just under an hour. We ask questions around your upbringing, your religious identity growing up, and then a little bit about your workplace interactions and how you manage your identity and being true to yourself in the workplace. So I can meet up with you and share that QR code if you would like to participate in that research study, sign up on the link. You can feel free to share it with anybody that might be interested as well.
Exactly. So with that, I know we're out of time, so we'll be available. The Sanat Tijarat secretaries will be available afterwards. Whenever Chaudhry Saab is here as well. Very accomplished business people in the room who are starting businesses and would like you to join them. Mubarak Saab is here too. He's starting a business as well. Can you just share it for 30 seconds? And Amar Bhai won't get upset. Please come over and share your business. Mubarak Saab is the Sanat Tijarat secretary for Houston. He's inviting all of you to join his business.
Assalamu alaikum. We have used those papers for this replacement. So we buy clothes from Goodwill Salvation Armies. You see, a lot of shopping centers, they have bins, clothing bins out that people donate the clothes. And then we basically buy it from them and reprocess it to ship to different countries. It's a very simple business. Any business, any chapter want to start business. It's very simple process. Buy the boxes, place it in the shopping centers, and collect, and they sell it to us or anybody. They're not apply for business. It's not a very big investment. Each box maybe costs you 4 to 500. So if you start with 50 boxes, and maybe beginning you don't have to buy trucks and big warehouses, you can start with that you all for weekly basis and collect.
In terms of US dollars.
Maybe 25 to 30,000 to start.
Mubarak Bhai. Those interested can meet with Mubarak Bhai afterwards, just because we're out of time. Here's what we're going to do next. We're going to ask Naib Amir Saab to do dua. After that, we'll ask you to network with each other. You know who's in the room. Please meet someone new. And if you have any questions, we will take them after that. Do we need to leave right away, Amar? Okay, well, we'll be available for questions afterwards, and you can stay or you can move on to dinner. Excuse me? The dinner's supposed to be really good, though. Just
We'll be at dinner too, so you can meet with us.
yes, you can meet with us at dinner too. Is that Naib Amir Saab? Would you please close the session and then we'll do networking.
Please join me in silent prayers.
Perfect. Please meet people and then we can answer questions.